Alright guys, this is the part 2 video on the in-car brake bleeding process. Um, Continue was I was at the first you want to use one of the wood board or have someone help you out sitting here to pump the brake pedal. Okay, so the first thing is pumping the brake pedal here a few times first, to make sure, everything is pumping and, it's not messed up, losing, or, it might be loose at first if your brake is, is not bleed. So you will, your first pump, you will feel really loose on that brake pedal. Okay. But after a few pump, like I was doing, after a few pump, and it got a little bit harder and my brake working, but that's not safe. You want it to always feel hard when you pump it, even with the first pedal pump. Okay, you want it to have hard resist right on, so that's when you're making, that's when you know your brake is working fine all the time. Not like when I just start, after my rebuild my car, and I got on and test driving, and I pump it first and it was losing and I had to pump a few times, then the brake worked. No, don't let it get to that happens. Okay, that's not good. It's dangerous. So first thing is pump a few times on your brake pedal, hold it all the way down, have someone hold it down or have a wood board holding it all the way down, and just hold it down and get out the car, get over to, go ahead and go over to the rear passenger side wheel, and make sure you have all this set up already. The flat nut wrench and the hose and the bottle, empty bottle. And right now at this point you want to losing, okay, losing out the bleeder bolts, the brake bleeder bolts, okay, with your flat nut wrench, losing it out like to all the way out, okay, losing all the way out one turn of the flat nut wrench. At this time, if your brake system is air trapped and if it's having air bubbles in there, or any of the lines, especially this line, this is what you're doing here. This is the brake line that you're bleeding right now. Okay, so at this time, if you see any air bubble come out, that means this brake hose line has air trap in there. So when this is losing, and wait like 3 seconds, you see air bubble come out or not, you're just testing it, and then just lock it down, just tighten it. When you tighten it, you tell someone, or you go over to the car inside the brake pedal and just, you know release the brake pedal. Okay, when you release the brake pedal, um, the bleeder bolt should already tighten. You have to tighten it before the brake pedal is losing out. Okay, and then do the same process, um, pressing the brake pedal down all the way down, hold it, and come out here and losing the wrench, the flare nut wrench for the bleeder bolt, losing it out. And if you still see air bubble, it must be having some more air bubble. Once you keep doing that for like 3 or 4 times, you see small air bubbles. That means you're almost done. Air almost coming out already. I think I did this side for like 3 or 4 times, and I don't see any more air bubble. That means I know it's finished. It's done on this side. And after you do a few times of holding it, tighten the wrench, tighten the flare nut wrench. Then you just want to pump your brake pedal for like 8 times, 5 times or something. Pump it, don't pump it like hard or anything. When you pump your brake pedal, pump it, kind of slowly, not too slow, not too fast, just normal. And then pump it for like 8 times and then hold it. Okay, hold it all the way down, and then come out here, do the same process again, losing the flare nut wrench. If you don't see no more air bubble, or if you do, and then 3 seconds, tighten it, and then have them losing the brake pedal out. You can do this by yourself. This can't be a one person uh, brake bleeding process. It's up to you. If you do one person, then you need a long board, wood board. If you don't, you need someone to help you out, sitting there, pumping it for you. That's fine. Um, but I did it both. I had someone help me, like my family or someone help me sit there and pump the brake pedal. Or when I have no one, I can do it by myself. I'm just gonna use that wood board, okay, to hold down the brake pedal. Um, so that's basically it. Um, do it for like 3 4 times and keep pumping it, and then when you don't see no more air bubbles, that means you're done. So this side is done already. I just finished it, and my next thing is putting the blake the bleeder bolt cover. Put it on after you tighten it, after you take out the hose and all that. Put the cover on, and go ahead and put the wheel on. Lock, tighten the wheel lock nut too if you want to, because you're gonna put it down and tighten it afterward. So just kind of tighten it a little bit. Put your wheel on. Put your wheel on, and then tighten a little bit. And then when you drop it down, when you lower it down, then you're gonna tighten all the nuts after that. So basically, I'm done on that side. My next side will be the driver rear side. Okay, do the same thing, same process we're doing for the brake bleeding process in the car, and then the next wheel under the wheel to bleed is the front passenger side. Okay, after the front passenger side, do the same process, put the wheel on everything, and jack it right too. Oh yeah, about jacking. When you jack in the back, you jack on around this side, okay? And then when you jack in the front wheel, you want to jack in like right there, somewhere right there, okay? Just kind of look at it before you do it. Be careful, work slowly, and just kind of uh, think before you do it. So, and then lastly will be the front driver side wheel, okay? You're gonna bleed the front driver side wheel lastly. All right, and after you finish all four sides, um, according to what I'm saying, uh, rear passenger side first, then bleed the rear driver side, and then bleeding the brake lines on the front passenger side, and then lastly is the front driver side, bleeding the brakes. Okay, and putting all your wheel back on, and go ahead and go for a test drive. And make sure when you test drive, hit the brake hard too, whenever you can. Like, you know, don't drive too fast and brake hard, but what I mean. Brake it, use your brake pedal, and push it hard. Make sure all the brake is intact together. Your brake pad is working, and is pushing the disc brake and all that. And the hose line shouldn't have any air travel after that. It should be hard solid. Okay, your brake pedal should be hard solid. Okay, it shouldn't be spongy, or losing all the way down, or squishy all the way down. It should be hard like a rock. Okay, so and that means the brake will work. If it's hard like that. Okay, because it's then the caliber of the brake piston will push the brake pad, and you know that's why it's hard and it's braking right. All right. Okay, guys. This is the part two of the on and the car brake bleeding process, and I hope it helps some of you guys out there, or trying to uh, bleeding uh, your brake lines. Okay, and this technique works in most car. Common is the sport car and the small car, okay, that I work the most. But some other vehicle might, be differently, like the bleeder bolts, or some bolt might be, differently, located or whatever. But it's most likely the same process. You got to push down the brake pedal and all that too. And be careful. Wear your glass, goggle, gloves, you know, if you, especially when you deal with brake fluids, okay? Because and it will eat through your paints too. And you can save some of your old brake fluid to scrape out some paint later on, you know, or clean any bolts, you know. That's good. That's what it's good for. And it's better to have a bigger jack, you know, to lift up your car. And at this point, you don't necessarily need any jack stands, because if you're gonna lift just one side, it's all right for, you know, for a good hour or so. But if you're gonna jack both sides up, you know, you would need both stand jacks, you know, wherever you're working. So just be careful, cautious. Safety is really important. It's like the number one you should look for. Safety is always go first before you do anything working with tools. So, all right, guys. I hope this video helps some of you out there, and I feel great sharing this with you guys. Please give me a comment if you want. Likes, thumbs up, subscribe my channel, and I really appreciate it. After this, I'm ready for a test drive. And drive safe out there, guys. It's me, Young Leo Echo, is signing out for now. Bye, guys. Have a great day.